All right, this is a 24 by 36 canvas. You need to be working on a 24 by 36 inch. You got a green line, you got a blue guideline, and a yellow guideline. And I set this up for you. There we go. The trim line is where it gets cut, but typically in any kind of a print, you don't want to take images outside of the safe area, which is this green line. So like words and images that you don't want cut off, you don't want to take outside of the safe area. And then the bleed line is where you can stretch your background, just like colors and textures, all the way to the bleed line, which extends a tiny little bit outside of the yellow trim line. Trim line is just the edge of the canvas. If all of that sounds confusing, I apologize. I didn't make up any of it. This is just printer's language for anything that you're making that's going to print. I'm going to hide that. And I wanted to hide that too. Oh, guides. Hide me. Okay, good. So this canvas is available in Canvas. This canvas is available in Canvas attached to the project. If you want to put your images on this canvas. If you've already done a whole lot of work and you don't want to put it on this canvas, I suggest you draw in these guides. Or create the guides, go under View, the top, Guides, go down to New Guide, and then just put it in. Or just remember, don't put images that are important and text past, I don't know, about that area. It might just be easier to just transfer your stuff to this PSD that again is inside of this project now. It wasn't until Friday. All right, the real purpose of this demonstration is twofold. Number one, taking a drawing tablet and drawing back in loose hairs with the brush to finish out selections or to fix very terrible selections like the one you see up here that I intentionally made terrible. It was actually pretty good in the beginning, but just to make a point, I chopped it off a little bit more like a scissor cut, so I can show you how to fix it. And then last, it says in the project that you can't just grab one picture and toss it in for your background and say, hey, there's my background. So I'm going to show you how to layer multiple pictures. I think you'll find that it all makes sense. It's common sense. Let's start with brush. B for brush. I'm going to go fast because I don't like long videos and nobody listens to long videos, so I'm going to go as fast as I can. B for brush, and you want to go up here and choose a soft round. It's the very first brush under general brushes, not a hard round. It's got to be soft. Then press the F5 key, not F and the number 5, the actual F5 key at the very top. That brings up the brushes. Where are you? Don't make a fool out of me now. Okay, it's supposed to bring up brushes. There it is. Okay. All right, the only thing, yours is going to look like this. The only thing you need to do is click the word transfer. Don't check well, you can check it. I guess that'll work. And yours will be unlocked like this. And yours will look like off and off. That's what yours is going to look like. So once you put a check mark in transfer, you can ignore everything else. You just need to go up where it says off, choose pen pressure, off, pen pressure, and then manually lock this little padlock right here. Just click, and now it's locked. And now you can just close that out. All right, so it's going to measure how hard you press against your tablet, which is really good. The left bracket key and the right bracket key beside the letter P. I think you can get an idea what that does. Windows Z for edit undo steps, and I for the eyedropper to select the individual different colors in the hair. One last thing I would do when you're on the brush is, oh come on, where are you? There you are. Up here it says opacity and flow. I would take the opacity of that brush down to maybe 70 or less. And now I made 2 layers, so you can see that's what it looks like. And I'm just going to kind of draw in. And while you're drawing in with the tablet, you're going to make all kinds of errors. They're not really errors, but I'll tell you what I do is I always have my free hand. Like I'm right-handed, so I'm going to draw with my right hand. And then I always have my free hand on Windows Z to undo steps. All right? So I know that that piece, I want it to look like that, so I'm just going to kind of, like, it doesn't have to be exact, right? Windows Z, that's not, oh, Windows Z. Windows Z, until you get a nice one. There, that'll work. I'm just going to kind of wing it in here. Then when I get in here, I'm going to do little, tiny little. This is for that, you know, all those videos we watched on cutting out human hair. And you think you got it down. Oh, see how it's bent and unnatural looking? You got to get rid of those. That's why you always want your free hand on Windows Z, because human hair doesn't typically do that. Have sharp, like, bends in it. I'm really just kind of like guessing at this point. I mean, I can always turn this layer back on. I'm not going to try to make it exact, except this area I would like to match just a little bit more. Oop. Don't worry, I'm not going to do all of this in this video. Just a few. So that you can see what I've done so far. And then I would continue and just add in some thin hairs. Take your brush down with that left bracket key and just kind of maybe even scribble in a little bit. And the last thing I want to show you, and again, I would spend a lot more time on this, but this is a video demonstration. I've probably lost most people watching the video already, especially in the day and age of people just not watching anything long. Using this tool. I already like the way this is going. It's not exactly like the picture, but it looks like hair. Check out this tool. If I've lost you, bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. It looks like a teardrop. Click it. It's called the blur brush. Whatever the strength is up here, whether it's 100 or 50 or 75, just leave it. It's the same thing, right bracket key, left bracket key. If you have very sharp hairs, like these sharp ones in here, you can take that blur brush and just kind of go over them, and it will soften them up and make them look more realistic. Like it matches everything else, and it's not like these real sharp, fake-looking lines, okay? If you go all the way up to 100% on strength of that blur, you might even find it quite a bit easier. In fact, that already looks better, much better. I would even go over some of these that I already made. They're just too sharp, too dark. All right, I could spend a lot more time doing that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to show you a few things on background. Go into a website called Pexels. Unsplash is another free one, unsplash.com, or Google Images. I've been having a lot of luck with Pexels. I typed in 2 words, grunge and texture. You might just type in dirty textures, dark textures, I don't know. This is what I got. This creepy one here. that creepy skull, that skull, that witch looking thing, torn paper texture, blood, and this image right here. They're all in my downloads. The only thing that it does not match at all, it doesn't, remember when I told you guys about lighting and everything matching? Okay, the whole background definitely matches, but the model does not match at all, in my opinion. So I've been using all of these images I should have told you. I've been mixing them together with these things called blending modes. So again, as long as it looks like you guys are going to be in good shape, okay? So I'm definitely going to blend this model, starting at luminosity, and then just color, saturation, hue, divide. Most of these are kind of ridiculous. Subtract, try to find a good one. Hard mix. If I don't find one that I like, and I don't think I'm going to, I'm not. What I would do at that point is probably like make a selection of the model and then just layer some different textures on top of the model and then blend it down with the model, all until I get the lighting to look correct. Or maybe I'll just select the clothing. I'm just do this really sloppy, and I'll hit Window J to make a copy of that, and I'll see what I can do with just the clothing. And then the head, I could do something different. Oh, I like that. I like this. Definitely matches. Look at the jacket. The hand doesn't necessarily match. I could have just selected the jacket and left the hand on a different layer. All I did is I made a selection and then just hit Command J, which puts that selection on a new layer. And then I'll probably go in with the face and try to do something different, okay? So, look at the hand here. The hand is going to get cut off, right? The hand is right into the outside of the safe area. It's going to get trimmed right off. That means that I don't care if that piece of the hand gets trimmed off, okay? All right. End of demonstration.